About the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. This hopefully will give you some facts about their many accomplishments. To achieve this purpose, I will talk to you about their history, contributions during World War II, and the legacy they left behind. The first topic we'll cover will be about their history. The 332nd Fighter Group consists of the 99th, 100th, 301st, and 302nd Fighter Squadrons. They were given the nickname Tuskegee Airmen because they trained at the Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama, which is home to a highly praised pilot and mechanic training program. The first activated combat unit to serve was the 99th Fighter Squadron on 22 March 1941, then the 100th on 19 February 1942, followed by the 301st and 302nd on 13 October 1942. Their first deployment was to North Africa, flying basic tactical missions and strafing patrols for the 12th Air Force using older model P-40 fighter aircraft. These would be later upgraded to P-50 Mustangs, which was a aircraft that had more range, agility, and was basically overall more powerful. During this time, they served with various white fighter groups, performing patrols over Sicily and Cassino, Italy from July 1943 to May 1944, earning 2 distinguished unit citations. On 9 October 1943, Colonel Benjamin Davis took command of the 332nd Fighter Group. On May 1944, the 332nd Fighter Group moved to Ravenna, Italy, performing fighter escort for B-17 heavy bombers. In the first main point, I discussed some of the history of the Tuskegee Airmen and their origins. Next, we'll talk about some of their contributions during World War II. Colonel Davis would become one of the most important group commanders during World War II. His personnel completed over 311 plus bomber escort missions successfully. He commanded one of the largest fighter groups consisting of 4 squadrons, which were typically 2 to 3. His fighter group executed over 94 aerial kills. Even though he had no reported aces, most of the pilots did complete 4 kills, which was basically one short of being considered an ace. Nevertheless, considering their racial segregation and the perceived inequality, they performed admirably, equal if not better than the other all-white fighter groups. In the second point, I talked about the contribution of the Tuskegee Airmen. Next, we'll talk about the legacy they left behind for future African Americans serving in the military. In movies and other folklore, it is said they were the only fighter group that never lost an aircraft while performing heavy bomber escort missions. Even though this might have been slightly exaggerated, it was said by some of their personnel during World War II that they may have lost as many as 27. But this should in no way diminish their many accomplishments. Their exemplary service opened the eyes of the American public that these airmen could fly just as well as their white counterparts. They helped integrate the U.S. Armed Forces and later aided the success of the Civil Rights Movement. Colonel Benjamin Davis would become the first African American general officer, which was a major feat in itself. I just talked to you about their legacy and provide you a little insight into these brave men. Today I talked to you about the history and the contributions to the war and the legacy that they left behind. I hope this provides a little insight into the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my briefing. Are there any questions?